Ben here with Swift English. So today we're going to be taking a look at the write an email task, which is the second writing task of the new TOEFL IBT. So the first things you need to know about this task are the timing. So you only have 7 minutes to type up your email response, and the time starts ticking away the moment you see the directions. So you're not going to get any extra preparation time. It sucks, but that's just the way it is. Now, when it comes to the word count, commonly asked question, right? I recommend minimum 120, 125, but if you can shoot higher, like let's say 140, 150, in that ballpark, that would be way better for your score, assuming, you're not making too many mistakes and you only have like a few minor ones, which is fine. Okay, so when it comes to the task, I recommend giving a couple sentences for each part. So you have this apologize for damaging it here. You're going to apologize for whatever it is that you damage. You're gonna, make up a random item. This doesn't have to be a real story here, so be creative. And during this phase, think about what you damaged and think about how you're going to apologize here. So think about words like I'm sorry, those common kinds of phrases. Then in the second bullet point, again, you don't want to answer this in one sentence. That's not enough. You're going to get a low score. You need at least 2 sentences. I recommend 3 or 4 depending on how you want to develop this. And in this for the second bullet point, make up a story. Like make up something that could happen to a real person. Be very creative. Think about the time phrases and sequencers you could use here. And finally, last but not least, when it comes to the last bullet point, here you're gonna be discussing the solution to this problem, what you did to fix it, because obviously you're apologizing to your friend or classmate. So you need to show them what you're gonna do to compensate, right? So go from general to specific, think about the solution in a very general way and then just narrow it down. And here you could maybe have one solution and you could go into that in detail, great detail, or you might have a few different solutions. It's up to you. As long as it's logical, it's totally fine. So here's the example response I have. So to Bob, subject, apologies. This will be done for you during the exam, but you're just going to be focusing on the response itself. So here you could write, Dear Bob, that's fine. But since this is an informal apology letter, you could write hi as well. It's totally okay. So hi, first name, hi Bob. Now here we're going to be apologizing for what happened. So sorry, it's taken me a while to write to you. And that's common in situations where people apologize. Sometimes, they experience delays. But I'll explain everything in detail. So here, really general, and then I'm gonna apologize right after. I'm really sorry for damaging your laptop. Now here, you want to build up a little bit of, sympathy for that person. So I know how expensive a MacBook Pro is, and please note that I didn't intend for this to happen. So here you're kind of stressing your apology. And when you do this, since you're dealing with an informal situation, make sure you use contractions anytime you can. And don't forget to paraphrase. You don't want to say like laptop, laptop, laptop like a million times. You could maybe specify it here, whatever it was, like, a Dell laptop or whatever. So here I have laptop, I have MacBook Pro. That way I'm using synonyms, I'm paraphrasing, it's not redundant. Now here we go into this kind of little story I came up with to explain what exactly had happened for this laptop to be damaged. After I borrowed your laptop the other day to write the paper, I left it on the edge of the table. Unfortunately, a negative adverb, my cat Luna jumped on the table and knocked it over, which explains why the casing has dents and scratches all over it. Think about ways you can introduce complex sentences. You don't want your entire letter just to consist of simple sentences. Like here I have this complex sentence involving after, this after sentence, and I also have a complex sentence here using which. All right, so what I did was really stupid and I should have known better. So this is just a nice way of kind of showing how you feel guilty about the situation. That way your letter's kind of believable, so be creative. Now we go into the solution itself. So here I have this kind of conditional statement. If it's all right with you, if it's okay with you, right? I'll take it to a computer repair shop, that's one solution, and get the case replaced. Or solution 2, help you buy a new replacement since I value our friendship. Please let me know what works best for you. Again, I'm very sorry for the inconvenience this has caused you. And again, when you're dealing with an apology letter, you don't want to just like say, I'm sorry once somewhere in that beginning, and that's it. You want to find 2 or 3 moments where you can apologize to this person. Otherwise, if you just apologize once, it looks insincere. It doesn't seem realistic. But I would say at least find 2 spots in the letter to apologize. I personally recommend 3 to show empathy, sympathy toward that person. All right. And then when you want to close this, I don't recommend using sincerely. Kind of sounds awkward in this kind of situation. You could say best or best regards. That's totally fine because it is a casual, informal way of closing the letter. But since here we're dealing with a bit of emotions, I recommend using something like best wishes, instead. It feels a little bit more natural for this particular context. And then finish it off with first name only, because again, this is an informal apology letter. It's an informal letter in general, so you shouldn't mention your last name. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.